Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular council meeting of June 12, 2017. Mr. Arvar, would you please call the roll?
Colella.
Here.
Consul Magno.
Here.
Dixon. Gibbons.
Here.
Hannon.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
McLean.
Here.
Mowry. Here. O'Brien.
Present.
We have 8 members present. At this time, I'd like to introduce Boy Scout Troop 215. They'll do the flag ceremony for this evening's meeting.
Attention.
Thank you very much. Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to chair announcements. So, executive session of council is conducted tonight before we came out, June 12, 2017. Personnel matters and legal issues. At this time, I'd like to return to the reports of the officials and the library director's report.
Good evening. My name is Christine. I am the director of Your Public Library, where we provide services to inform, inspire, and enrich the community. It is June, so summer reading is now in full swing for all ages, not just for children. We do have adult summer reading. Summer reading takes place now through the end of July, first week of August. You can sign up in the library, and we have many special programs throughout the summer. One is our summer reading kickoff family event, which will be held Wednesday, June 14th at 6 p.m. at the community center. This event will feature Josh and Gab with their concert and comedy show. We do ask that you register online so that we have enough craft supplies and refreshments. We have Teen Lock-In, which has become an annual event on Thursday, June 15th from 7 until 11 p.m. The evening will start with escape room, where you have to solve puzzles to escape the room. Then we have Pizza and Dessert Bar. This event is for grades 5 and up. We ask that you register. We have a Bethel Park Community Star Party taking place on Wednesday, June 28th at 9 p.m. There will be an astronomy presentation followed by a guided viewing of the wonders of the night sky through telescopes. This program is co-sponsored by the Amateur Astronomers Association of Pittsburgh. If you have binoculars or your own telescope, we ask that you bring them. If not, there will be telescopes there. The presentation will take place in the library, then the viewing will be out in our back parking lot. A new service that you have access to at the library is Flipster. So anyone with a library card can access Flipster, which is a digital service where you can read popular magazines from cover to cover on your computer or your mobile device. And if you haven't taken a look at our website lately, please do so. We just launched our redesigned website. It is much easier to navigate, but we do welcome feedback or suggestions. And a few announcements. The library will be closed on Tuesday, July 4th for the Independence Day holiday. And just a reminder that the library is closed on Sundays during the summer months. That is all I have.
Any questions?
Flipster, can you register for that online, or do you need to come into the library to register?
No, you should be able to do it. It just launched today. So far, so good. You should be able just to enter your library card number. So you do need to have a valid library card. But you should be able to access it without coming into the library the first time or any time. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we turn to the police chief's report? Chief O'Connor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Hi, everybody. Chief here. I want to wish everyone, first of all, a safe summer season. And because the summer schools are out and we have some traffic concerns, First of all, we want to remind everybody, if you come to a stop sign, you have to come to a complete, full stop. And we're going to be looking at some of the intersections where we have complaints on, particularly Irishtown and Logan, the stop signs, and in Brookside. So you've been forewarned. Also, Route 88, please do not block the intersections, especially at rush hour. You have to have, let people be able to make turns in and out. So please do not block the intersections. I'm going to be watching for that also. Finally, please follow us on Facebook. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on. Again, you can also get on the Crime Watch email list. All you have to do is contact us and we'll put you on there. So again, everybody have a safe summer and we'll see you next month. Questions?
Any questions? Hearing none, can we turn to the fire chief's report?
I'll stand.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Bob Brown. I'm the Assistant Fire Chief at Bethel Park, here to give you the fire report for the month of May. Actually, we were somewhat busy during the month of May, total of 49 calls. They were broken down. We had 3 structure fires, 3 mulch fires. We had 1 transformer fire. We had 1 house struck by lightning. We had another incident where a tree fell on a house. 3 smoke investigations, 6 calls with electrical conditions. We had 3 calls where persons or people were in distress. 2 vehicle accident calls. Then in addition to that, we had 3 vehicle accidents where we had fuel spills. 4 calls where we were dispatched and canceled en route. 1 CO detector alarm and 18 fire alarms. And that totals up to 49 for the month of May. And year to date, actually through May 31st, the fire companies responded to 194 calls so far. And other than that, unless there's any questions, that's all I have this evening.
Any discussion from council? Hearing none, thank you very much. If we can turn to the mayor's report, Mayor Allen.
This is going a little too fast. I have a couple items, and then tonight I do our state of the municipality. So first item I have is about our military banner program. It's up. 500 banners we have up on South Park Road, Route 88. And the Girl Scouts have actually labeled them. So if you go onto the American Legion website, which is American Legion Post 760, type in a name, you'll be able to find out exactly where the banner is that you're looking for. So they do a good job there. Also, I want to thank Mark O'Brien, who's here, Haya Easton, who was our guest speaker at Memorial Day. They did a terrific job. This is probably the best Memorial Day program that we had, both up here and down the cemetery. So I definitely want to thank you publicly for that, Mark. The last thing I wanted to mention, it's not too early. We have our annual 90-plus luncheon for senior citizens that are 90 and over. It's October 6th at the community center. If you haven't been notified or you know someone that would like to come, you can call Janet here at the municipality, 412-831-6800, and her extension is 211. So at this time, I'm going to go back to my seat and do the state of the municipality. Okay, Mr. President, it's my honor and privilege to provide the annual State of the Municipality as required by our Home Rule Charter. As in past years, I would like to begin by recognizing and commending the council, municipal staff, police department, volunteer fire department, and the emergency medical team for all their hard work and dedication to our community. In addition, I must also mention how appreciative Bethel Park is for all those men and women who serve on various boards, commissions, authorities, and for the hundreds of folks who volunteer their time for the dozens of activities and functions that go on here on a daily basis. For the most part, their pay is gratitude and the good feeling that they get in serving others. I'm pleased to report again this year The auditing firm of Mar Dusel has completed the 2016 municipal audit and report that, and I quote, we noted no matters involving internal control and its operation that we considered to be reportable conditions under established standards by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. The finance department, like all departments, continually seek ways to be more efficient and readily accept the advice and recommendations of the auditor on matters that are beneficial to the people of Bethel Park, and we want to thank Joe and his staff for that. Our financial situation is sound. The municipal millage is 2.53, including the fire department at 0.34. It's among the very lowest in Allegheny County. Our three bordering neighbors, South Park Township is at 3.06, Mount Lebanon is at 4.51, and Upper St. Clair is at 3.83. So the council does look out for the residents of Bethel Park. Last year in this report, I mentioned some significant developments and redevelopments within the community. I'm pleased to report that this is a continuing activity, and since last June, we've seen the following. The new residential developments, South Hills Village Apartments, is located off of Village Drive, adjacent to the South Hills Village parking garage. The development was approved for 300 higher-end apartment units. All 4 buildings are currently under construction. Bethel Park Retirement Community Living is located at Logan Road. The property is off Keystone Drive. The development was approved for 132 independent units, both mixed of assisted and independent living, and that project is complete. Cool Springs Assisted Living is located on the Cool Springs campus off the private drive that extends beyond Cool Springs Drive. The development was approved for 120 assisted living units. The project is in its pre-construction stages of development. The Cool Springs Carriage Homes. It's located on the Cool Spring campus along the private drive that extends beyond Cool Spring Drive and across from the street from the assisted living project. The development was approved for 23 townhomes. 2 of the 5 buildings, which is 10 each, are currently under construction. Artist Senior Living is located at the former Knights of Columbus property of 1001 Higbee Drive. The development was approved for 72 assisted living units. The project is currently under construction. Bethel Park Senior Housing is located on the former YMCA property at the intersection of McMurray Road and Limestone Drive behind the Advanced Vision Care. The development received approval for 135 senior housing apartment units. The project is in its pre-construction stages of development. And finally, the Willow Terrace plan of lots. The development was approved for 25 single-family homes at the end of Willow Terrace and Holly Hill Drives. The site work has been completed and construction will begin soon. New land development. Guardian Self-Storage number 1 is located on Milford Drive. The proposed development is for a 3-story self-storage facility at the existing Verizon building, which is 100,000 square feet. The project is in its pre-construction stages of development. Guardian Self-Storage number 2 with their office is located on Milford Drive near Route 88. The proposed development is for a 3-story self-storage facility. The project is in its pre-construction stages of development. Cool Springs Retail is located along Baptist Road and Cool Spring Drive. The development was approved for a retail strip center. There will be a Mexican cuisine restaurant and spaces for retail tenants. The applicant is modifying their use right now, but that's under construction. D&J Storage Facility is located in Progress Boulevard in Industrial Park. the development was approved for a two-story storage facility, and that project is complete. Millennium Shops is pretty much filled. There's I believe two empty parcels there, and one will be a Vilka Bistro, which is a restaurant, and plus a back office plus, which is similar to a UPS store, and those permits have been issued. And finally, O'Reilly Auto Parts is located at 2919 South Park Road at the existing Warehouse Cafe. The proposed development is for an auto parts store. The development has been approved. It's going through pre-construction stages. And finally, the new Public Works building, which is under construction, is located on Slater Road behind Lytle Park and Ride, located at Brightwood Road. The only other one that I wanted to mention is that there's a Moe's Southwest Grill going into South Park Shops, and that's slated to be open at the end of summer, beginning of fall. I believe that we as a council and staff must continue to have the vision that Bethel Park will always be a work in progress, and it's our responsibility to walk that delicate line between development and protecting our residents and our neighborhoods. So, Mr. President, it's my observation and my opinion that the state of the municipality is strong in all areas. I think that it continues to go forward, and we're positioned to adequately meet our immediate and future challenges. Bethel Park continues to be blessed in so many ways. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Any questions from council? Hearing none, can we turn to the approval of the minutes? And Mr. Hannan.
The first one is the regular council meeting on May 8th, 2017. I move we approve the regular council meeting minutes of May 8th, 2017.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the regular council meeting minutes of May 8, 2017. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Kalila.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannan.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the approval of the bills and payrolls. And Mr. Hannan.
I move that we approve the bills and payrolls for municipality per bill list number 061217 in the amount of $1,592,811.55.
There is a motion and a second that we approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 061217 in the amount of $1,592,811.55. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Council Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannan.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Kalila.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the resident comments section for non-agenda items. Hearing none, could we turn to general policy and finance and Mr. McLean?
Thank you, Mr. President. First item on the agenda tonight under General Policy and Finance is a resolution for the appointment of municipal manager. I move that we adopt Resolution 61217A to appoint Sean Arbaugh as the Bethel Park Municipal Manager with a retroactive start date of May 9, 2017.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt a resolution number 61217A to appoint Sean Arbaugh as Bethel Park Municipal Manager with a retroactive start date of May 9, 2017. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannan.
Yes.
Harrison.
No.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Kalila.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-1. Congratulations.
Mr. Murray,
Mr. Harrison.
when I vote no, I've routinely explained to the public why I did that. This is not an anti-Sean Arbaugh vote. This is once again to, in my opinion, demonstrate the ineptness of this governing body. We demonstrated that on handling of the vote on the fire company ballots for the dedicated tax, and I claim that we have what I call a rather thin structure in the municipality. It's not like a big corporation. and we have a manager and assistant manager. The president assistant manager was even had her education paid for to get an advanced degree. To my knowledge, she has served satisfactorily in that position for many years. The position of the assistant manager is to take over the responsibilities of the manager when the manager is sick or on vacation or away on technical meetings and that type thing. To my knowledge, the performance has been adequate. So it seems to me that if this governing body felt that the assistant manager was not capable of taking over the manager's position, they should have informed the assistant manager and enlightened the assistant manager on what should be done to prepare for taking over the job of the manager. Well, that wasn't done, so I think that we did a gross disservice to our assistant manager. Thank you very much.
I'll just comment real quick, and I'll be light on there's personnel issues here. The only ineptness is really Mr. Harrison. We all spoke about the process and what we were going to do. We interviewed. Everybody has their opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Just because we don't agree, Dawn, you don't need to start the name calling like you normally do. I think we made what I think we wanted to take a different direction, and I think my vote showed that. Mr. Harrison was available to come to all the meetings. Turns out tonight after the vote, he chooses to comment, and that's his opinion, but if he truly shared this, he should have discussed it more during the process. But thank you.
Any other discussion from the council?
Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to Mr. McLean.
Second item under General Policy and Finance is an ordinance with respect to the residency requirements. I move that we approve the ordinance amending the ordinance residency requirements and to provide that Bethel Park Council has discretion to waive residency requirements for municipal employees with the exception of uniformed police officers or police employees and those employees required to reside in the municipality.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the ordinance amending the ordinance residency requirements and to provide the Bethel Park Council has discretion to waive residency requirements for municipal employees with the exception of uniformed police employees and those employees required to reside in the municipality. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Consul Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Mr. McLean.
Next item is an ordinance for young lungs. I move that we approve an ordinance amending ordinance number 4-13-81A as amended by ordinance number 6-9-03A to prohibit smoking or other use of tobacco in municipal parks.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we approve an ordinance amending ordinance number 4-13-81A as amended by ordinance number 6-9-03A to prohibit smoking or any other use of tobacco in municipal parks. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Consul Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Mr. McLean.
Next item is a resolution for the Allegheny County 2015 Hazard Mitigation Plan. I move that we adopt the Allegheny County 2015 Hazard Mitigation Plan, Resolution 61217B, which recommends mitigation activities that will reduce losses to life and property affected by both natural and human-made hazards that face the county and its municipal governments, per municipal manager's correspondence dated June 8, 2017.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt the Allegheny County 2015 Hazardous Mitigation Plan, Resolution number 61217B, which recommends the mitigation activities that will reduce losses to life and property affected by both natural and human-made hazards that face the county and its municipal governments, per the municipal manager's correspondence dated June 8, 2017. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Consul Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Mr. McLean.
There are no other agenda items under general policy and finance.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Would our Mr. Arbaugh like to say a few words?
Yes, if
I
I
know I
could,
passed
please.
over.
I'd just like to say a few words this evening. Thanks for Municipal Council and the Mayor for the amazing opportunity that you presented with me. I really appreciate that. I know there's some exceptional candidates out there for the position, and I feel really blessed that I was selected for the position. And just want to say I feel it's a perfect fit for me. Bethel, Hebrew translation is Bethel is house of God. Administrative assistant with the last name Lordai. I just feel like this is a really great and perfect opportunity for me. So I do feel blessed about that. I'm really excited to work with the residents of the community, and I really appreciate the opportunity. And living here thus far and working here has been a great experience. Two of the things that have most impressed me have been the staff. The municipal staff is dedicated and just do a fantastic job day in, day out. They're really great to work with, and I appreciate that. Secondly, the community dedication, honor that they give to their veterans is second to none. I feel it's so heartwarming to see that happen here, and it just makes me proud to be a resident of Bethel Park, and I really appreciate it. It's a great place to live. I just want to say that I look forward to working with the residents, and one thing I'll be scheduling next few months is a meeting, a meeting, town hall type meeting to talk about some of the updates that are going on around the community, also to voice some concerns and talk about one of my favorite topics, stormwater, and stormwater regulations. So that'll be scheduled here in the next few months and be coming on our website. Additionally, moving forward monthly, I will just give a quick update. I'll keep it really brief on any kind of major updates that are into progress and let you know what's going on. And so again, I look forward to working with the residents, council, the mayor, and staff to really help make this a better place to live, work, and enjoy. And with that, while I'm on the floor, I just want to give a quick update on Columbia Gas, and I really appreciate the residents out there, their patience going through this process of roads being closed, torn up, and all kinds of different various issues that they face. If there are any problems associated with the Columbia Gas project that you're directly aware of, please contact us. That way we can go out and manage the situation. But a couple of things just to update you on where they're at. The crews on Meadowbrook should be done tomorrow and opening the road back up shortly thereafter, so that should occur very shortly. They ran into some unmarked utilities on Milford, but hope to be through the intersection of Milford and Strathmore this week. And after that's completed, Strathmore will be closed between Meadowbrook and Milford, but all other areas should be open until they close Bethel Church Road, which will probably occur on Monday, June 19th. They will allow local traffic to come and go. I know Alton Drive residents and also Walther Lane will be able to access their homes. Updates are going to be posted on our Facebook page as we become aware of them. Also, Columbia Gas does have a website where they do post updates on their website also, and that link will also be on our Facebook page. Also, some additional work was found to be necessary in a few areas. They're still in the planning stages of that work, but the additional areas include Brookside Boulevard, Marshall, and Hillcrest Roads. They have or will be notifying residents in these areas specifically what's going on and if they're affected. So if anybody has any questions, again, feel free to call us, and especially if you have any concerns, please feel free to call us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any additional items under general policy and finance? Hearing none, can we turn to planning and zoning and Mr. Hannon?
We have no items under planning and zoning, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Hannon. Any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to health, safety, and welfare and Mr. O'Brien?
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. There are no items under health, safety, and welfare.
Do we have any additional items?
However, I have a
Mr.
few.
O'Brien.
Once again, it's speeding in our neighborhoods. All of council here hears it maybe not weekly, maybe monthly, over 200 tickets, and the chief can correct me if my numbers are off, but over 200 tickets were issued on Logan Road last year, the length of Logan Road, for violations of speeding. This is a serious matter, and we all need to understand that the homes that we pass going to wherever we're going, there are people living in those homes. Their families, there's children. We need to respect the speed limit, because you certainly wouldn't want that to happen in front of your house or in your neighborhood. So respect other people's neighborhoods, and maybe we can reduce it. The tickets seem to work for a while, but the sheer number explains that it just comes back. And I don't think anyone likes giving tickets or getting a ticket. So let's think a little bit when we're driving down our streets and respect our neighbors, as we like to have our neighborhood respected. Also, too, I'd like to talk about Memorial Day. The mayor mentioned it, and so did Sean. I'd like to thank the mayor and municipal council and staff. It is a tremendous undertaking. I'd like to thank the Veterans Memorial, the American Legion, BPTV for getting it on TV the same day, the fire department, the police department, Public Works, the school district, and the young men and women who are, every year we get more and more of them participating on Memorial Day, which is really kind of cool to see them trying to simply understand or be a participate in this day. And also, what is really quite honorable is our people, how they're turning out in numbers more and more every year for that long day that starts for many of us at 6 o'clock in the morning and goes to almost 2 in the afternoon. But the amount of people participating and showing a great respect and a great reverence and just being a part of that day of honoring our veterans and trying to remember what their sacrifices were, what their family sacrifices were. And the thing that really I enjoy, and with the help of Kathy and Tim and Judy, the ones, and Jimmy, the ones we lost that we are finding, that is just really good stuff. They'll never be lost again. They'll always be here on Memorial Day, and their names will always be read. So I'd like to thank everybody here. Thank you, Mr. Murray. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan.
Murray.
Mr. Harrison.
I had asked the chief to address an item that's causing problems in Bethel Park, and that's blocking of intersections. I, for instance, live in a plant that has just one ingress-egress from 88, and if I'm headed north on 88 and want to turn in to my plan and the intersection's blocked, then it blocks traffic all the way behind me until the intersection's cleared. I spoke to the chief. He tells me that that is an item which is enforceable. So I guess I'd just like to tell the public that if the chief has any comments, fine, but I think he probably is going to instruct his officers to be more sensitive to that particular item being violated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Are there any additional items?
Mr. Murray,
Mr. Consolmagno.
I just wanted to thank Mark O'Brien for everything he did for Memorial Day. I don't think enough credit is given to him, the time and the effort that he put into that event. It was just tremendous to be part of, and being the newest part of council, I wanted to thank him for including me, and a great job that he did. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Joe. It's for our men and women. They deserve it. Thank you
very much. Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to Public Works and Maintenance and Ms. Gibbons, and we have no residents signed up to speak.
Resolution ADA ramps. I move that we adopt Resolution 61217C, authorizing the municipal manager to execute the PennDOT reimbursement and maintenance agreement to install new pedestrian facilities on municipal roadways in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt the resolution number 61217C, authorizing the municipal manager to execute the PennDOT reimbursement and maintenance agreement to install new pedestrian facilities on municipal roadways in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Consul Magno.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Ms. Gibbons.
No additional items under Public Works and Maintenance.
Are there any additional items? Hearing none, is there a
Move we
motion
adjourn.
to adjourn? Second.
Second.
All
Aye.
in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned, and good night, everyone.